I couldn't get it to work. So I'm not very good at this. So hopefully they just see it pop up. I don't know. I don't see it on here either. I think there actually is one on here. Yeah, it says I'm live. I got one person watching me. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. There. 2 people. Come on. What do we want to know? What do you want me to see if we can get a list of stuff I want to go over? My feed's not really the greatest. Are you hearing me out there? Maybe. Maybe no. Maybe yes. Is the sound on? Yeah, it's working. Okay. Just kind of a choppy feed. At least on my laptop, it looks really choppy. So I know I'm behind. The link I shared, I couldn't get that to activate. My streaming software was being weird, so I'm just doing the webcam thing on the YouTube channel. But yeah, I may need to turn the light on. The sun went back behind the clouds. I think I will. There, that's a little better in it. Let's see. The video feed looks horrible on the. Now it's buffering, but that might just be my laptop. But anyhow, happy last day of fall. We got a really cool phenomenon happening tomorrow night. The Star of Bethlehem, I guess, it's where Jupiter and Saturn line up, and it's supposed to be like super duper bright, big star. I know I've seen them a little bit, but it's been so cloudy around here. It's going to be hard to see, but hopefully it clears up a little bit tomorrow night. I think they're going to have some live feeds of it, like NASA and stuff like that. But yeah, and like I said, I'm restructuring this channel. I've actually started another channel where I put all the old videos, from before. Like before, I put the backdrop up in the other in the garage, which of course now I'm even in a different venue now, but I won't be in here all the time. But I'm putting all the old videos over there and all the jokes and stuff, and it's called Jason's Garage Inc. Annex. I'll try and put a link somewhere on the other, so you guys can get to it easier. But I've got a lot of ideas wrote down for episodes. I want to start doing, getting some electrical diagnosis work out there, just the basic, like amp draws, like parastatic draws. I'm on the wrong list, but anyway, yeah, I want to do amp draws and do starter draws. Show you how to make sure your test leads are good before you start testing stuff, because you know how many times I've had bad set of test leads and get the resistance read wrong on something. A lot of stuff, the resistance is really crucial. So I'm going to go over that. And we're just going to do voltage drop test. And then I want to do like a wiring connector, comparison, like soldering versus crimp connectors. And then you've got the new heat shrink solder connectors that are all in one. So yeah, we're gonna go over that, and a couple other things. I want to show some wiring on some race car stuff, like line locks and trans brakes and two steps and all that stuff. It'd be the older style stuff, because I haven't had a race car in about 10 years now, and I know stuff's way far out of reach. But this will be kind of like the entry level, low buck stuff that I did when I first started. And then I've made some wiring diagrams and stuff I want to show you guys. I'm gonna talk about where to buy parts, how to buy parts, how to look for parts, especially used parts nowadays. I'm gonna go over I'm gonna go over tools. I kind of want to get into the basic set of tools you're going to need just to get started. You don't have to go out here and buy a big box of tools. Like, you should see the tool set I use when I'm just like going to a friend's house or whatever, just doing a little road call. It's one of those little Cobalt, fold open socket sets that's got a few wrenches in it and stuff. And I mean, that's all you really need to get started. Maybe a little electric impact, 3/8 drive or 1/4 inch drive, something like that. So, but I want to go over all that in depth. My setup is if it's working okay or not. I know the feed on my laptop looks like shit. So I don't know if somebody's out there and they can tell me how it looks. It looks really pixelated in here. At least on my laptop. From this screen to that screen is like, holy crap, it's horrible. There's 2 people out there. If you want to say hi, say hi. Give me a little comment. Let me know what's going on, what you think. I'm going to go over, again, where I started out, where I think the auto repair industry is heading. I'm probably going to set up a Patreon channel where I'll have like special videos that I'll release ahead of time, or stuff that I won't even put on YouTube. Probably more in-depth training stuff, because it's going to be something that you're going to need to sit down and pay attention to it. So I don't want to I feel like I get in a hurry when I'm on YouTube for some reason. I guess I shouldn't be, but I do. And just you guys need to start chiming in and give me ideas of what you want me to go over. I mean, like I said, I have literally fixed everything. I've been doing this since I was 17, and I'm 47 now, so I've been around. Let's see. Both channels. I guess I'm going to try and this channel, I want to focus on just straight up automotive stuff. I know I've got some of my old racing stuff on here. I may actually start a 3rd channel just for doing the car shows and going to races. I've got a couple friends of mine's cars that I'm going to go to their house and do some walk-arounds and talking about their cars. Actually, one friend of mine has 2 cars I'm going to do. There's a couple of my friends that I need to get a hold of that they have tons of old classic cars, and I'd like to get hooked back up with them. And I know I can get a hold of them. They live right here in the area, so. But yeah. So I hope you guys are enjoying everything. Like I said, I'm going to go over payroll, how the flat rate works, how your commission-based stuff works. Like I said, I'm going to make more shows. I'm going to have a couple shows where I'm going to have special guests, guys I used to race with, guys I used to work with, guys I grew up with, guys that are in the industry that I would like to sit down and have a talk with, which I know everybody. Like, I have one friend of mine, the Body Man. I want to get his take on where he does, where his genre is going, I guess, where his I think he's working at home now, so he's doing all right. Um, in the summer, I will do a lot of outdoors videos. I have a camper. Obviously, that's what we're sitting in right now. Um, I have a pontoon boat. I'm gonna go. We're working on it. Um, yeah, we do a lot of camping, a lot of fishing, a lot of hiking and stuff. So there may actually be another channel for that. I don't even know. It depends on where this thing goes and how much time I have, because I still do work full time. You know, as an auto mechanic, I work on a county fleet, big shit. So, but yeah, I saw him. I was on here. I hope he's let me know that. Actually, he might have texted me. Yeah, I think he might have actually. Let's see what he said. What did he say? Do you have Discord? If so, add me. We can talk. See if I can get. Oh, he's trying to help me set that thing up. No, sorry, I don't have that. I'm gonna have to. If you're on here, you're gonna have to. Yeah, you're gonna have to work on my computer for me and show me how to do this stuff. I can work on a car all day long, but I get on these computers and my brain just. So I guess he's not. He was commenting earlier because he's the one that told me when I first came on that my microphone wasn't on. So that wasn't a good time at all. Um, well, I don't know how long to go in here. I've got two people watching and they don't want to say anything. So I guess I'll go down the list and make sure like I said, I talked about. Yeah, that was the live stream today, which didn't work out so well. Um, let's see. I talked about the channels. Oh, I definitely want everybody to have a happy holiday season. Christmas in what, 5 days now? So yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope everybody has a safe one and stays healthy. That's that's kind of the name of the game right now. Can't do big gatherings and all that shit. Everybody freaks out about it. So um, well, why does he keep texting me? Oh, that's not him. Oh yeah, and my Buckeyes won the Big Ten championship. My friend of mine just texted me. They're looks like they're in the playoffs against Clemson. They're going to have their hands full, but hopefully everybody's healthy by then. That's what he just texted me. He's like, I've shared a link about it. I was like, yeah, faux show. So, um, yeah, just just hanging out on Sunday. Got the football game going back there. It's like Baltimore's killing Jacksonville, but yeah, guess I just need some input, but I guess I need to do more output. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go a few more minutes and then probably get up out of here. I just saw a little meter. Oh, there is a little sound meter on there. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a share. Oh, I guess I'll share that I'm live right now since nobody seems to be wanting to watch what I'm doing right now. Well, they want to watch, they don't want to comment. share it. There we go. Share it to my Twitter. See if that helps any. I guess I have 2 loyal fans at least. All right, let's see if that does any good. See how quick this works. Not very quick, huh? Well, I guess I could start telling stories. Like I said, I've been doing this for 30 years. Started out in the muffler shops. Actually, before that, I started out in the muffler shops when I was probably 14 and 15 in the summertime, just putting up parts. Big shipments are coming in, those big 4x4 by 8 foot long coffins just full of pipes and mufflers and brake parts, and which was kind of good for me because I learned how all the part numbers, how to put them in order, and kind of where they were at. Some of those numbers are still stuck in my head to this day, and so yeah, that was good. And then the guys would need help, I go out and help them out, and they started teaching me stuff, and of course I had to do the dirty work too, clean the toilets and take out the trash and all that stuff. But I did what they asked me to do, so they were like, this kid's pretty cool, I want to try and help him out. So went on from there, and then when I was 18, I started working in a muffler shop. All we did was exhaust work and brake work, shock work, and a little bit of front end work. We didn't have an alignment machine. We didn't have a tire machine. Just I did that for about 10 years, and then I messed up on my wife's car engine, and I decided, you know what, I want to become a full-time, a heavy line mechanic, full line mechanic, whatever you want to call it. And that's when I started taking classes at night, and I found a garage that a guy would let me come in, and he had a guy that was there that was getting ready to retire. He was really, really good, and they kind of showed me the ropes, and they were super duper good. So luckily, I had that going for me, and so went on from there. Started taking a lot more classes. Then another guy started working with us, and man, he's a great electrician. I think he might have retired now as well, but he taught me a lot of engine diagnostic work and electrical testing issues, and like loading circuits and all that stuff. So, but hey, there's a squirrel outside my window. It's like I'm out in the woods. So, but anyway, I don't really, nobody's asking any questions, so I don't really have any much else to do right now, because I don't, like I said, I could just tell stories, I guess, but going on 20 minutes now. I don't even think my son was on here. He was on here. Anyhow, oh, well, I could go back into my racing heritage. Started out running street cars at the drag strip. I never really did a whole lot of street racing. Just started out running old stock cars and learning little tips and tricks from the old guys. And then I bought an old 1980 Mustang. It was a plain Jane nothing car, old grandma car. It was powder blue, had 13-inch wheels on it. It was a 4-cylinder. The only option the car had was an automatic transmission. It had no power steering, no power brakes, no AC. Perfect car to make a race car out of. So yeah, put a V8 in it, different transmission, different rear end, farted around with it, broke a bunch of stuff, built a couple good engines over the years, um, ran nitrous on it once, blew that engine up pretty quick. It was fast, but man, that stuff costs you some bread, if it's not set up right. I don't know if it was set up right or not, but um, met a lot of good people though, made a lot of good connections over the years with my racing stuff. Um, got to go over to Indy with them a few times to the bracket finals. That was always a big party. That was fun. But like I said, the main thing is I made a lot of good friends, met a lot of good people. Still friends with those people. Um, I even work on their stuff. They send me their engines over to work on. I got one out there right now I need to get working on. But yeah, like I said, I've pretty much all I've ever done is eat and sleep cars. I mean, I'd work on them in my sleep. I'll have a problem with one at work and I can't figure it out, and I'll be asleep, and in the middle of the night I'll wake up like, oh, now I know what's wrong with it. It's like my brain works on it all night. It's a sickness. It's terrible. But one old racer I remember, he said, these are your greatest tools right here, and he said, my handicap is I don't have more than two of them. It's always a funny story because he was the same way. He was nonstop. He's retired from racing now, but I think he's still working on his kids' cars. So, hey, I got another person in the room. I got three now. Who's going to make comments? Who's going to give me something to talk about? My two faithful that were here earlier, I just been rambling on about stuff. So, if you don't give me the ideas soon, I'm going to run out because I've already went over everything I was planning on going over, and I was hoping I was going to get some questions about it. So, nobody? Bueller? Nothing? Well, I mean, you're watching it. Let's do something with it. Oh well. What else I want to go over? That's about it. Like I said, I come from humble beginnings. My family didn't have much money, and we had a bunch of old crappy cars. Um, that was a lot of where I learned how to work on cars. My grandpa was a mechanic. My dad's an auto body mechanic. My uncle was a mechanic. My brothers are mechanics. Like, it's just going on and on and on. My son's getting ready to go to Hobart Welding School. We had a tour of that the other day. That was pretty cool. I lost one of them. They didn't like what I was saying, I guess. So, yeah, worked on a bunch of old. That was the thing. I started out with old cars, old, just, plain Jane, analog, no computer, had a little tiny one barrel carburetor on some of them. Most of them were 6-cylinder cars because we couldn't afford V8 cars back in the day. My dad's got a cool old Camaro that we converted into a drag car. I'm definitely going to have some videos about that. We're actually changing it over to multi-port fuel injection, an aftermarket one. My youngest brother has a nice old Camaro that my buddy painted like a really nice black paint job. They did body work on this thing for weeks and months, and I don't know how long, but he's actually the one that painted it. He's the one I want to try and get an interview with because he's been doing body work for eons too. He's a couple years older than me. But yeah, I want to try and get. Well, I am going to get videos of Dad's car and probably Robbie's Camaro, and then my middle brother is building a drag car, like a small tire car. It's probably a late '90s Trans Am. Um, so yeah, I'll try and get. I need to get down there and help him with it anyway. He's been asking us to help him. He's got a bunch of welding needs done, and welding's kind of my favorite thing to do. Um, I've got a couple engines I'm going to be working on. I've got two 351 Windsor Ford engines in there that I need to work on. One of them is going to be a complete rebuild. The other one, I think I just need to find a correct connecting rod or correct pistons for it. Pistons are way up too high in the bore. But I want to try and do. I actually want to, next fall of 2021, if they have it. If they have SEMA in Las Vegas, I want to go to that. That's been my goal for the past few years. Of course, they didn't have it this year. I wanted to go to PRI in Indy. They've already postponed that till next year. And then there's usually a Cavalcade of Customs down in Cincinnati, Ohio, that I have went to every year for probably past 10 years because I take a lot of courses down there. They bring teachers in from all over the United States and beyond. These guys are good. But they sponsor the event, so it's nice. KOI does, Federated Auto Parts. I think maybe a different parts house sponsors it now, but I'm not real sure about that. But that was usually in January, and they're postponing that till March. So hopefully I'll get to go to that. That's really fun to do. What's going on here? But yeah, I want to start doing some of that. And then a couple friends of mine, well, a lot of friends of mine are drag racers. I want to try and get out to the races and do some drag racing videos and talking to those guys, my old buddies. I've got a couple friends that do the SCCA, road course, parking lot course type racing. I've got a bunch of guys that just have some cool old hot rod cars, and actually, something else I should try and get. My buddy that does the body work, he's doing a frame off restoration on a Grand National or a T-type, whatever it is, but it's a Grand National type car, and I know he has the body off of it. I saw some pictures on Facebook, so I'll try and get a hold of him one day when he's working on that and get some footage of that. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on. I'll probably do a little bit of work on the boat. Last year, I wish I would have videoed. I took that whole pontoon boat apart and replaced the carpet on it. I mean, I had to remove everything. It was down to the deck. So I should have recorded that. But I'll probably be working on that some more this year. I want to try and get some new furniture for it. It's getting old and the sun's beating it up. Then my pickup truck, I need to do some work on my pickup truck. I've got a big 4-door 2500 GMC. It needs brakes because we did a lot of pulling with that thing. I pulled like 10,000 miles, I think, over the summer, man, because everything was closed. So all we did was go camping and boating and stuff. I got something in my eye. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm going to do a lot of stuff. Going to pass on, some good knowledge. I'm ready to do it for sure. I hope everybody's, ready to. Hey, we got another one in here again. Number 3. Is number 3 going to send me any comments? What he wants to hear about? Or I got a thumbs up too. It's like I'm actually getting ready to get out of this because I'm running out of stuff to ramble about because nobody's asking me any questions. Nothing. Oh, you're number 3. Is it real pixelated? Well, you can ask me questions. You've got a shop. There's got to be stuff you want me to tell you. Other than It is pixelated. Okay. I was watching it on my laptop, and I'm like, wow, this feed sucks. Well, it sounds good though, right? Maybe. Yeah, you're gonna have to come over here and help me set all this stuff up. I had decided that. Oh, we have 4 in here now. I've been on here for 30 minutes, and now I've got 4 people. Hey, number 4. Who's number 4? You're gonna comment? Give me something to talk about here. I'm glad the sound sounds good. Yeah, you. I said you got a shop. You should be the one giving me ideas what to talk about. I'm not in the. Oh, it's John. What's up, dude? I know I messed up my feed earlier. I I had a yeah. I apologize. I couldn't get my OBS to work, so this is literally just on the webcam, the generic one. I do have my good mic hooked up, but yeah, I watched it. I got my laptop over here, and I'm like, yeah, that's a crappy feed. But what's going on? We got Florida in the house now. You need to give me some ideas of stuff to talk about. Oh, my thoughts. Yeah, that's a good one. My thoughts on new techs running up a tool truck bill. It's like, don't do it, guys. I was, you probably weren't on here when I was going through my list of stuff I'm going to do. But yeah, I was saying when I'm out doing just a road call or whatever, I've got one of those little just Cobalt tool sets that I open up, and it's literally everything I need to do work with. Because what happens, these guys run these tool bills up, and these tool trucks, they love to sell this kid's stuff and get them in debt, like right off the bat. And I'm like, I would be totally, just the minimum. Toolbox. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna call it Toolbox MB. And that's the other. Back to Jeremy's question is, they rope them into buying these big ass, $5,000-6,000 toolboxes, and then they can't afford to put any tools in them. So it's like, don't do that. It's like buy the tools first. Keep them in a cardboard box or one of them tool bags. Take it home with you every night, or have your boss lock it in the office. But yeah, I got caught in that trap, and I got out of it real quick because I was like, Jesus, I'm spending, and the even worse problem about that is, if you got 2 or 3 tool trucks coming to the shop, then and they'll all rope you in with something like, ooh, look at this pretty little thing, and you're like, oh yeah, I gotta have that. And then you're like, God damn, I'm spending $80 a week on tools, So, but yeah, the toolbox thing, yeah, like John just said, and I don't remember you texting me, man. I apologize. Maybe I didn't get it. I did have a phone issue a couple weeks ago. I just got a new phone, so I'm wondering if that's what it was. But yeah, the something I learned years ago, and my tool man, I'm mainly a Mac Tools guy. Don't hold that against me, but the only reason I've been that way is because I've been buying tools from the same dude since the day I started working, in the field, and he told me that pretty much all the toolboxes sold in the United States are built in one factory. They're built in just it's a metal factory, and I don't know how true that is, but if you look at toolboxes, there's a whole lot of similarities in them, like the tracks that the drawers ride on and stuff. They are all identical. And like you were saying about I have a Snap-on box that I bought used, and I spent a lot of money on it, but I got a heck of a deal. And that's the only reason I bought it, because I for years for 20 years I had the they called it the economizer from Mac, which was pretty much identical to a Craftsman box. I mean, literally, yeah. When the slides broke, when they sent them to me, the box said Craftsman on it. So it's like they have to be, they're so much similar. But the new Harbor Freight toolboxes are super nice. One of the one of the kids that works with me, he bought like the bottom chest, and it's got the nice stainless steel top on it. It's like wood wrapped in stainless steel. It's like a butcher block, but it's wrapped in metal. Super nice, and a third of the price. And you can get a Harbor Freight credit card and make payments on it just like on the tool truck. You know, but yeah, that's where you're going to get in a pickle, though, Jeremy. Is when you got new guys coming in, you're trying to tell them, man, don't do that shit. Don't get wrapped up in that right off the bat, because you're gonna be spending all your paycheck on tools or a toolbox, some giant. I've seen it happen. I mean, here recently, when I was still at the old shop, new kid came in, big ass Snap-on box, and it didn't have 3 tools in it. I literally had a coffee can full of sockets in the garage that I was going to throw away, that I took to work and gave them to him so he'd have some tools to work on stuff. Oh, no credit check financing. Huh? That's even better. Using the second. Oh, about basic Harbor Freight. It says Hazard Freight. I would. Their Harbor Freight. Their upper tier tools. I can't think of what they're called right off the bat, but they look just like Snap-on stuff. I mean, whatever their Primo line is. Hunter, my son, bought some, and they're awesome. Yeah, Icon. Thank you. Hunter's got all kind of that Icon shit, and it works fine, and it looks literally. I have some Snap-on ratchets in the garage, and they literally look just like them Snap-on ratchets. And I mean, he likes to hang on shit, that's too tight for that ratchet, but he still breaks it loose with it. So, but yeah, I would. I mean, if they're just starting out, I'd have them get a. I'd have them get a nice 3/8 ratchet with a swivel head on it. Yeah, yeah. See, and see, that's exactly what he needs to start out with. He needs to get a good, a nice set of sockets, I would say a good set of impact sockets for taking wheels off with. A good set of 3/8 sockets, chrome or impact, whatever, that he can use his ratchet on for, taking brake calipers off and, just doing general maintenance work. A decent set of wrenches. He doesn't have to have all of them. When I started out in the muffler shops, I literally had 2 sockets, a long extension, air ratchet, mind you, an old crappy 3/8, air ratchet that had no balls. Right, yeah. Yeah, the Pittsburgh ones. Yeah, they have a warranty, and those stores are everywhere nowadays. I mean, there's one popping up on every corner. They're like a Walmart or a pharmacy. They're everywhere. But yeah, literally, when I started out in the muffler shops, I had a 1/2-inch socket, a 9/16 socket, a long extension, a 3/8 air ratchet, and a pair of 440 channel locks. 440 channel locks are probably the best tool to have in the world. I still use 440s to this day for all kinds of stuff. I mean, and I broke and worn the teeth off so many of those things, but I just hand them back to the tool man. He's like, well, here you go. But yeah, I would just, you know what? Even at my work, at the county, there is a list of tools. I could actually make a copy and give them to you, Jeremy. It's like, this is what you need to get started. This is what you need to have, and then the county, give you everything else. Exactly, they are. Yeah, like you can compress calipers with them. Yeah, for the one, even the ones you turn in. I don't know if you've ever done this or not, but the rear ones you have to reset. I just take a pair of needle nose pliers most of the time and stick in there and turn it. And I mean, sometimes there's some stubborn ones. I actually have the tool, of course I do, but I've been buying tools for 30 years, so. But yeah, the warranty on those tools and the initial cost of them is way less than buying off these damn tool trucks, man. And these kids get in debt, and it's like, I mean, I probably say out of 20 new kids I've seen come in over the years, about 15 of them end up getting all their tools repoed because they can't make their payments on it. And then, they sell their damn box for pennies on the dollar, and they still end up owing money. So, but yeah. Yeah, just I'll try and get that list. I'll get a copy of it and give it to you. And then when the new kids come in, you're like, hey, this is really all you need to work right here. And then, buy a cheap, get a Harbor Freight box. Or I'll tell you that the thing that the big tool truck companies and the toolbox makers really need to get up on are these cabinets. I've got a yeah, exactly. They wrote them in, dude. It's bad. I literally had a snap on the like the regional manager guy. They ride around on the tool truck with the tool truck guys. He literally told me one day, he's like, I want to get you in debt. That's my job. I'm like, well, okay, you're not gonna get me in debt. I've always had a truck payment. Like my tool man is always, I've never financed any tools. It's always been, cash money, whatever he thinks I can afford to, because he'll flat tell you, if he's financing you out of his pocket, he says, no, hey, no, you can't afford that right now. He'll flat tell you. Yeah. That's a great day when you do that. I haven't made a tool payment in like 6 months. It's awesome. I mean, every now and then, and that's the thing. And nowadays, like, I don't have to buy a lot because I really don't have to buy anything now. I have. Yeah. Yeah. 20,000 in tools is not hard to do, dude. Not hard to do. I bet I've got over 100 grand in all my tools. I mean, you know what I've got. Yeah, John, that is a good idea. That they can go to a pawn shop and buy a lot of good tools too. Probably half my old shit that got stolen's in there. I did one time, man. I was working out on Salem Avenue, and I turned around and they let some guy in to go to the bathroom, and I was on one end of the shop, and I came back and the whole top of my toolbox was cleaned out. I was pissed. I mean, it was expensive, like impact wobble sockets and stuff that this guy got, and found some of it in the pawn shop, but not all of them. Yeah, um, you do need to pay attention to tool insurance. A lot of employers carry a little bit of insurance on your tools, but you need to ask them how much. And the problem is with that is when they tell you that amount, that's for the whole shop. That's not just like per person. So yeah, you need to look into that. Because I found out the hard way. That's when those tools got stolen. Luckily, I was below the maximum that they would pay, and I was the only one that got tools stolen out of there that day. But yes, yeah, absolutely, John. Yep, mark your tools with an engraver. Um, yep, I even have a little stamp kit now. I just stamp like the last three of my social security number in it. But yeah, definitely engrave your name on your tools. That's a very good point. Take a Sharpie and write underneath, stuff that's hard to, I mean, you can engrave just about anything, but yeah, definitely. Um, but yeah, the insurance thing, you need to look into, you know, what the shop has coverage, and then you're going to need to get a hold of, and I did it through, I had extra on mine for a long time through State Farm before AAA took over the old shop. And then they actually had enough coverage on us out in the shop at that time, at least. I don't know what they got now, but so I don't work there anymore. But yeah, not having a tool payment is nice. I actually get money in my paycheck now for buying tools. Not a lot of places do that either. I mean, it's not much, but I'm not buying anything. So looks like we lost one person. I had two people on here. Oh, like we got another one. If you're just showing up here, who is it? Let me know what you want to know. I'm only going to go for about an hour. I'm at about 46 minutes now, so. But I'm glad you guys asked me questions and stuff. The disgusting is no more. He got rid of it. He has an old beat up ass 1985 C20 square body that doesn't have a bed on it. But he had to put a transmission in it. We got the transmission in it last week. He had to drive up to Lima and get a transmission for it. He's building a flatbed for it. He got these. Oh, okay. Is that you? Gotcha. Um, yeah. Oh, I forgot you're on the boat, aren't you? John's out on the boat in the harbor hanging out. Weather's probably nice too, huh? But anyway, he's building a flatbed on it. So he got these. His one friend works up at Dairy Queen, and they're replacing the light posts in the parking lot. And he thought they were metal, so he brought them home, which was a big 4-inch square, post. I'm like, I'm pretty sure those were aluminum or something, but they ended up being aluminum. But man, they're heavy duty. So he built the base of the bed with those. And then he bought a big 4-inch piece for the back, and he's been welding it up. Looks pretty good. I think he's waiting until he gets paid next week to get the wood for the bed, and it'll be done. It's 70 degrees down there, but rainy, and the Wi-Fi is a mile away. Well, that probably explains it. You probably have a real shitty picture then, because I'm right next to the Wi-Fi. This feed sucks. So, but yeah, it's the sun's been in and out up here today. I don't know, it's probably about 35 degrees or so. When am I going to get another race car? That's a good question. Yeah, I really can't answer that question right now. I don't know. I don't know if I ever will. I'm almost to the point now where I think I'd be a better crew chief than a driver. So, well, actually, I take that back. When am I going to get another race car? When my dad dies and gives me his. How about that? When I get that one, we'll go racing with it. Oh yeah. Oh, I know. It's horrible. It looks like we're like playing on an Atari 2600 or something, or whatever the hell they were. I can't even remember what they were. But yeah, like I said, I did that racing thing for 17 years, man, and it got to be too much like a job for me. It was like, and it's damn expensive too, and it's way more expensive now than when I was in it. So, but yeah, when I get my dad's car, I'll probably get it before he passes away. I shouldn't say that. That's bad juju anyway. But yeah, we've already discussed that that car comes to me. So, and all of his tools are in my garage, which I wanted my brothers to divvy him up, but for some reason that's too big of a job as well. But yeah, um, like I said, just I know John got in here late, but I'm this channel that we're on right now. I have two channels now. I moved a lot of the old videos over to, it's called Jason's Garage Inc. Annex. I moved a lot of the old videos over to that. I want this channel to just be mainly auto repair and maybe some car stuff, racing stuff. I may actually start one or two more channels to keep everything in the same category. Like when we're out camping and boating and hiking and stuff. We did a lot of that last year. I'm going to have probably a separate channel for that. I may clump those all over in the annex too. I don't know yet. But then I want to do a bunch of car show stuff and big car shows if they have any this year. A lot of them that I was scheduled to go to and didn't get to go to last year because they canceled them, which really sucks because a lot of them are hard to get into. I'm hoping they have the Dayton Auto Show. I want to do that. Yeah. Beyond the garage. There you go. I mean, I could change it to that. I like I said, I put all my jokes and stuff over there because I think I was kind of drawn in. It was, YouTube runs on an algorithm, and I think I had the algorithm really screwed up because I was getting some really weird shit suggestions too, and I got hooked up into the wrong videos and stuff. It was like I gotta fix this, whatever is wrong with it. So, of course, the YouTube settings are crazy. You got to figure them out. And it's like, I've been doing this for about 3 months now, and I think I'm getting about half of it done correctly now. So, but yeah, it's been a trip so far, that's for sure. But I think I'm getting better with it. Getting more comfortable with the camera and stuff. The sounds, I'm sure, a lot better. And Jeremy can probably tell you that the sound's a lot better. I found a really cheapo microphone the other day. It was like the kids watching Papa being an idiot. But yeah, I found a microphone the other day. I was looking for another stand like this, and I was like, man, I'm there. I not this with the arm on. I only want to sit on the desk. So I was looking around. The stands are like 16, 20, 30 bucks. And I found this microphone with a stand, and it was like $7 on Amazon. I'm like, oh, well, I was like, I'm just going to buy it for the stand, And actually, yeah, the Blue Yetis are good. Yeah. When I can afford one, I'll get one. That's for sure. But I bought this little cheapo one, and it's cool because you can plug it into your headphone jack on your phone. You can use the microphone and headphones at the same time. I mean, like I said, it was like $7. What is going on with this TV behind me? It's freaking out. Oh, there we go. It's like a big white cloud up there. Yeah, this one, for what I paid for it, I think this was like $50 on Amazon for the whole rig. I think it does sound really good. I even have one of those guard thingies that goes on it, but I kind of quit using it. I didn't think it was really making a big difference. So, well, we got another one in here. We got 5 now. I'm rocking and rolling. I've been on for 54. Oh, no, and back out. Actually, it might be John, I guess. He said he was having a hard time with the feed. But, yeah. I'm glad you guys spoke up. We actually got some comments up in here at least, didn't we? I heard my grandbabies are watching. I need to get Discord and I can jump in. We can. Okay. Okay. Is that so? I download that obviously. Okay. Have you been doing podcasts, Jeremy? Yes. Okay. I think you answered me yes to the first question, actually. Yeah, I think John's feed's going in and out on him. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was using Audacity for the audio podcast. Well, actually, I can just go right to. I've been using the Anchor app, and I just record right on the app. You have been streaming game. Okay, gotcha. It's kind of hard to get used to, that's for sure. But everybody, like my podcast, it actually makes a little bit of money. Yeah, yeah. You just kind of go in. I was like, oh, we got five in the room. Oh, nope. He went away. I was like, it must be John. He's bouncing in and out. The satellites aren't linking up right. And like you said, it's cloudy and rainy and all that good stuff. So, are you living on the boat again, John, or are you just down there hanging out? I said it. We've got two other people in the room, and they haven't said anything the whole time. It's like, we've got two other people in the room, and they haven't said anything. Like, I don't know how you could sit here and watch a podcast for almost an hour and not comment. It's like, damn. But you can sit here and watch a podcast for almost an hour and not comment. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Got too far away from the mic, didn't I? Got in the wrong position. Got too far away from the mic, didn't I? Got in the wrong position. All right. I've been out here for almost an hour, so like I said, I've had. Luckily, you guys got on here and gave me some ideas. I know John should be able to come up with some ideas too, especially on some boat stuff. I do work on a little bit of boat stuff, not boat stuff like he works on. He works on big shit, but it is cold up here. Yeah, I would love to come down there for sure. I might do that after the beginning of the year. I don't know what we got. I don't think we've got a whole lot going on. So, like I said, I had some vacation time to burn up, and flights are cheap. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll load that up here in just a minute after we. Like I said, I've been on here almost an hour, so I'll shut her down. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody. I just wish everybody would have commented. So um, I'm sure there'll be a replay of this up at some point. So, all right, cool. So, but anyway, yeah, I'll get a hold of you, Jeremy, John. Good talking to you. I said I might see you here next month. But it is cold up here, and I'm not doing so well with that in the heat anymore. I could do some videos down in Florida. I'd be happy with that. So, all right, guys, I'm signing out. Thanks for showing up. Nice. Okay, gotcha. Yes, yeah. I know you were a long way. Well, when you said Florida Keys, I knew you were a long way from Orlando. That's for sure. So I know that's where your family is, but yeah, it's got to be nice down there where you're at for sure. So, all right, guys. I said thanks for showing up. I'm probably going to do more of these in the meantime. So, anyways, take it easy. Peace out. Peace out.